is a lot of time. I know how to do computers and microcontrollers and all that, but they're talking about cybersecurity and cloud computing, and that just flies right over my head.
Say about your silly train. If I catch you shopping on eBay again, I'm gonna cut your card, and that's a fact. Because I told you before, oh, you can't buy that. Well, it's the 100th time I've caught you making a bid on another train that there's no chance that you'll ever win. I hate to let you down, but it's a fact. Gonna let you down, but it's a fact. Because I told you before, oh, you can't buy that. Makes me wanna scream. You can't hold another train, and have you seen the price you would pay? You must be insane, so please listen to me if you have any brains. You just can't keep spending if you want to run trains. I hate to let you down, but it's a fact. Gonna let you down, but it's a fact. Because I told you before, oh, you can't buy that. Can't buy that. Don't you even care? The price they want is way too much. And if you bid, then some other guy will also bid high. So please listen to me, you just can't buy more trains. The card's been declined and the bank account's strained. I've gotta let you down, but it's a fact. Gonna let you down, but it's a fact. Because I told you before, oh, you can't buy that.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout. Do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation. Hey everybody, happy Friday. Hope I'm coming in loud and clear. My mic says it's working. My camera says it's working. YouTube Studio says it's working. And based on the reactions, you were hearing Joyce's new song that I wrote. Joyce sang. So let's see who we've got here right away. Tim JD, how are you? Great to have you here, my friend. Wigwag Workshop, hey there, man. How you doing? Tom Couples, another one of the foundations of my universe here. Randall Ellison, another foundation. One of those people that are just people I need to see. Jerry the Class 812, nice to have you here. I don't want to make anybody feel bad. It's nice to have you, but some of these guys have been around with me since the beginning, and that means something that they're still here over 2 years later. Let's see. Hot Dog Pilot 63, how are you, sir? Wigwag Workshop, I think I said hi. Let's see. Jean Ricard, somebody who is building himself apart in the foundation, but we're calling the Exterminator and going to have that taken care of. Let me see who else has come in. Leslie Gilpin, another wonderful person to have if you're going to have wonderful people around. Edward from Happy Valley. Hey, we've got the Florida Railroad Dog, welcome in. You have not been knighted. We need to take care of that. If I could get my mouse to work. There it goes over to the other screen, which is where I'm looking now. Hey, Joseph Bagliato, how are you? And I'll declare you a knight of the Rhomboid Table. Advertise your channel, Florida Railroad Dog. See if you can pick up some subscribers while here. Again, Joseph Agliato, now I'll actually look in the screen I'm talking to. How are you? Nice to have you here. And I think I've caught up with everybody in the chat that has spoken. Mark from Model Railway Fantasia is here. Yes, Randall, don't forget, although we did remove the Kahat Airline sponsorship ad. It was getting old. I've got a couple of new ones I'm trying to work on. It's just been weird trying to get things filmed, and Joyce has just not been in the spirit to record or do voices for a long time. She's just had so much on her mind, and then she's been back to work for the last 2.5, well, now almost 3 weeks. So it's been hard. Normally we put out a couple of songs right after the Matt Clark stuff, and then we do a few more songs through the year. This is the first one. It is the end of August, and that's the first parody song we put up for 2022. We've got 4 in the tank. There was another one to be done, but we could only get the one. Hey, Andy from March West Junction. Efo is here. Hi, Efo. What Ludmilla? I don't have a Ludmilla. Let me see. Somebody had asked a question earlier. What was it? Oh, Randall was talking about the Aethern. Trust me, there's plenty of trains I missed. I literally went on eBay and just clicked Locos. I just took pictures of any ones that were over a certain price, just because those are the prices I hear people, once you hear that price. I mean, you saw the Folgerex HO scale for $24.99 for a single locomotive. Folgerex is expensive, kids. Holy cow, are they expensive locomotives. They had another one there for only $16.99. And that's euros, by the way, which is almost dollars right now. Well, I can certainly try to give her an extra hug from all you guys, but in the end, I take credit for them all. So, that's how it is. But yes, if you are new to the channel, everybody gets a wrench, a spanner, a sword, and you are Knights of the Rhomboid Table, because we're just not cool enough to be Knights of the Round Table. There's a lot of angles to us, and so rhomboid just seems to fit. Hey, there's Pierre. How are you? My picture is blurry. Check your end, because my replays here and here are saying I'm good. Sorry, Jean Ricard, but check your settings, because what I'm seeing on replay is both in the YouTube studio and the feed Joyce would be watching right here. It's looking good. Anybody else seeing that? Anybody else having... Before I immediately say it, Jean Ricard, is there anybody else, or is the video looking good? Viewer took drugs. Okay. Well, knowing Jean Ricard, that's quite possible. Yes. Normally I do them as premieres, and I decided to bypass premiere. I just wanted to get that. Joyce actually recorded the voices last night, and I finished editing the video this morning, and I just, as soon as I got it done, I popped it up. I think it was about 40 minutes before Steve Childers went live with his regular Friday live feed. So I just wanted to put it up there and get it out. And I toyed with having it a surprise in the live feed, but I just want to go ahead and get it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You can go back and watch it separately if you didn't see it or got caught off guard. But yes, we did a new parody video. I'm quite pleased with it. It's not our best effort, but it was cute. It was fun. And it was nice to see Joyce, as we were working on it last night, Joyce kind of come back to, yeah, this is the stuff we do. This is the comedy stuff we do. She had heard the lyrics, because I wrote this about 5 months ago, and we just recorded it. But I wrote that actually before I finished writing the Matt Clark series. And there's another one that we were going to have a special guest singer, but we had an issue with that, and we've got to wait a while to get that resolved. So either I still let that person sing, but we got to wait. Speaking of which, for those of you who know him, Greg, Midsummer Railway from down under in Australia, has been out of communication for several weeks. Those of you who know, he talked about it at his own channel, so I'm not giving anything away, but he had intestinal cancer, and he underwent a series of surgeries, and he is only now home after 8 weeks in the hospital. I just got an email from him. It was wonderful. I was so glad to hear from him. It was just one more friend. Because I've been talking to Greg for a couple of years now. It was just after Chris and everything else. I was like, I haven't heard from this guy in a long time. And he had cancer, and he was undergoing surgery. And I don't have the side connections with him that I had, but I got a letter from him today saying that he is recovering. It's a slow process, but he had a grandson born right before the surgery, but he said that the day he was writing the letter was the first time he got to hold his grandson, and he was very excited about it, which is awesome, because I can understand that. The first time I held my grandson, it was his first grandchild, and of course I have my one grandchild, so still my first. Hoping for more down the road, but my one and only right now, Cayenne, who I've been babysitting a lot, which is awesome. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so some of the projects I want to get done around the house, I really need 2 or 3 days in a row to work on. I keep postponing because I'm watching Cayenne. And that's not a complaint. It just, things I want to get done, I delay because I really need like 2-3 days to work on it. So there's stuff like I could do Saturday, Sunday, Monday, which is what I'm planning on doing. Some of you may know I posted a quick commentary about it. I don't know how well you can see. Way over there, there's a hole in the wall. I don't know if this camera will do it. But maybe if my shaky hand does it, you might be able to see that there is a hole in the wall over there. I hope you're all getting seasick right now. That closet over there, I bashed out a hole in that closet. I didn't bash it out. I cut it and drilled it out. It's actually fairly square, but it's definitely rough because it was crappy drywall, and there was masonite behind it, which I did not know. There was masonite in between 2 sheets of drywall. Why do you put masonite? But that is my kids' toy closet. When my kids were little, this was their downstairs play area. There was no layout here. I had a library, and the kids had their own TV and their video games, and a couch and a couple of chairs down here, and that if they don't want to watch what mom and dad were watching upstairs, they could come down here when their homework was done and play video games or what have you. So they had this room, and they entertained their friends for years here. But that was their toy closet. That's where they kept all their games and their Barbie dolls and their Legos. And so we cleared that out. So, but the big issue is my IC4, my ICE4 was not fitting in that, was not fitting on the longest parkway I had set aside for it. The Railjet was bumping it, and the IC3 and the IC2 and the IC would bump the IC4 on the way out, and so I needed to extend it, and I didn't know how. I literally had to take the front control cab and put it off the track, make sure it didn't short out the track, but I had to put it off the track so that the other trains could get through when I wasn't going to run the IC4. Hey, how are you doing, Mr. Alan Wiles? Hopefully you and Babs and the family are doing well. Actually, Randall, what I really need is I've got a couple of great songs that are really require a more masculine voice and somebody who can actually sing. I've got maybe one of my most scathing satire songs that's been sitting for 2 years that I've never done, but I'm really in the mood to do it now. There's a few channels I want to get a send up to, but not that I would name them. But I've got a good one. And then I've got 5, 6 songs. I always say that, but I always do. I've always got 5 or 6 songs in the tank, and finally Joyce was ready to do this one. We had another one that we were going to release, but there's a problem with the audio the gentleman did for us, sending it back, and we need to fix it. Hey, there's Kieran. How are you? Nice to have you. Another one of my original founding members. Good to see you, Kieran. One of the original Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Yes, the trains are not moving. I haven't started the trains. I wanted to get my babble out, but let's go ahead and get the trains running. There's only the slightest of themes here. It's white, white, red, red, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. 2 trains of each colors next to each other. But we're running the ICE3 again. And we are running, I gotta see where it's at. We'll follow it around when it gets there. We'll start it with the 11 lane. Quick to the 11 lane. There it is. Coming down at the end of this, about to turn the corner here, is the new guy. There's the new guy. I'll stop him at the DB4 camera and let you guys get a look at him as we go. Whoops. A couple of my cameras got bumped and I've forgotten to straighten them out. But here's the new guy coming around this corner. This is the new Class 102. And yes, to many people, these red German locomotives all look alike. But this is the Skoda guy. I know in motion it's hard to see. I'll stop him in front of the DB4 cam. Because this might be the best cam for getting a close-up look at him. And I'll stop everybody so I can move the camera around here. So let's see how well I can do this. But yeah, here's the new guy. Class 102, it's a Czech built. It's from Skoda Works. And if you can look real close down there, you might even see the word Skoda. That's about as close as I'm going to get this camera, but that's the best cam. But yeah, that's the guy right there. That's the new Class 102. And he's got some detail. I think in my original video I was saying he didn't have a lot of detail, but really he does have quite a bit of detail. I shouldn't have been so harsh on the guy. Definitely a sharp Loco, and I'm definitely impressed with his running ability. So let's get him fired back up and get everybody else moving too. But that's the new Loco. Hey, the plumber's here. How are you, plumber? John Dawson. No, I've got the IC4. He's just not running. The IC4 started acting up, and I need to take a look at him. He hasn't run in a couple of weeks. There it is. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments section. Tim's been busy, a lot of rail fanning, but also put up a few videos from his trains at home, which was awesome to see. Leslie has been all over the place, although mostly at Carlisle, but other places as well. Some brilliant filming. And yes, Leslie, we obviously... that one video where you started at Carnarvon and went through Northern Wales, it wasn't quite the Alan Wiles special, which they should name a train trip through Wales. Northern Wales should be called the Alan Wiles special, the Dragon Junction special. Is there any named locomotive called the Dragon that we could pirate its name and call it? But be that as it may, you know, that just brought back such happy memories. It's so hard to believe how long ago that trip was. It was just June, and this is August, so really only, well, we've been back now almost 2 months. Hey, there's Roy Eltham and Kiwi Dave. Good morning to New Zealand, sir. Come on, work for me. There we go. That works a little better for me. But, yeah, it has been... Donegal Dad. Hey, Mark, nice to have you here, sir. I was out and about with Kyan yesterday, and I was going to say I missed your live stream, and then I looked later and noticed you didn't do a live stream yesterday. A G-scale swap meet. And you're starting work on a garden railroad. Nice. I will not do a garden railroad. I put too much money into this stuff to even try to do a second railroad. Hey, Lindy and Kyan are here. Kyan, how are you? Hey there, Kyan. Opa loves you. Give me a high five, Kyan. Because Kyan has just been a blast to watch, especially this week. He tires the old man out, but he has just been fun. Microscenics, it's Dave Williams. Yes, it is Dave Williams. I remember. You switch your name. Yes, you have been apparently very, very busy. But it's nice to have you here, Dave. Good to see you again. Have I missed anybody else coming in? Roy Eltham, I think I said hi, but if not, hi, Roy, how are you? And there's another Andrew, the 156 variety, the Glaswegian. Even Jean Ricard has been putting up a bunch of videos. I've watched them all. I just haven't commented on all of them yet. I'll have to go back and comment. But I'm going to make sure, hopefully I'll remember when Joyce gets here, because I don't know what time she'll be home. Because that's so weird. I mean, normally I'd be home at this time anyhow. But today I had the entire house to myself for the first time since I retired. Joyce was at work. My daughter Liz was out of town. I had the entire house to myself, and I did nothing except edit a video and catch up on all my YouTube. That's all I did today. My first day of not having anything, no obligations, no work to do, no job. Joyce went to work. My daughter Elizabeth was gone, although I think I heard her just come in. She went to a concert in Chicago last night and came back. So either Joyce just came home, which no way that is the case. So I'm going to assume it's my daughter Liz. But I had the whole house to myself today and just, I don't want to say enjoyed, but definitely I had nothing to do. And there were so many projects I could have started today and I didn't want to. I just wanted to finish that song video and get that up on YouTube and then just come down here and get ready for the live stream. I have been looking forward to today's live stream. Did I put feet up? What do you mean did I put feet up? I sit cross-legged a lot of the time. It's just more comfortable for me. Oh, as somebody who has sciatica and occasionally sits in a certain chair way too long, yeah, the back out, yikes. Oh. Which trade question was that? Let me go back. Because I may have read it. I would have to do the math on that one. Well, if everything were true scale, let me do the math. I have 300 feet of track. Multiply that by 87. So that would be 300 feet of track times 87. So about 26,500 feet, 187 scale. It's about 300 feet of track total. Everything combined, all the curves and all the different circles, the parking area. It's about 300 feet of track. So times 87. So about 26,500. 26,500. Now divide that by roughly 5,000 feet. So I would say roughly 5 miles of track scale. I have roughly 5 miles of track scale on this table. Now again, I'm doing rough math. So don't get your calculators out and go, you're off by 300 feet. Let's see how many of you can do quick math like that. So somebody did it for 26,100. I said 26,000, 26,500. But anyhow, that's roughly 5 miles. Hey, there's Mark from Model Railway Fantasia, although I do think I said hi already. Well, anyhow, happy anniversary to you and the missus, even if the anniversary didn't go well. Joyce and I really don't go out and celebrate our anniversary. We celebrate the 5s and 0s, 25th, 30th. Like, this year was our 35th, but we were on a plane home. This year was our 35th anniversary, but we were stuck at airports. I shouldn't even say we're on a plane home. We were stuck at Heathrow Airport and then at Toronto Airport. And our 35th anniversary honeymoon was 2 a.m. We checked into a luxury suite at the Hyatt, I think it was, at Toronto Airport, the Pearson International Airport there. And we slept there for 4 hours, but they gave it to us at a cheap rate. They said, happy anniversary here. And so we probably should have celebrated this one a bit more, but we never got around to it. And once we got back, we jumped immediately back to her family's drama. But we celebrate our dating anniversary, I won't say more, but as much as our wedding anniversary. Kiwi, is it just random trains? Well, there's a couple of themes. First of all the trains going through Delmenhorst are trains you would actually see go through Delmenhorst. And then the only other theme is that it's... I'd have to catch them all on the 11 lane here. The 11 lane view. But basically going from this lane, it's it's white, white, red, red, blue and yellow, blue and yellow. So colors are part of the theme. So there's one of the whites, one of the reds. There's the other red coming through the other way. So you can see it's white, white, red, red. You can even do it more. It's white double-decker, white single-decker, red double-decker, red single-decker, yellow and blue double-decker, yellow and blue, although it's more blue than yellow, that guy back there, single-decker. So that's the theme. I should do that as a quiz. What was the theme today? Could you figure out what the theme was? That's OC-Do. Okay, Wigwag, thanks for popping in. Yes, Pierre, as Jean-Ricard already answered, the trains are powered by electrical current. I don't know if you were a kid, maybe you had a model train set yourself. You and I are roughly the same age. I think I'm about a year or two older. So we grew up in an era where fathers often gave model trains. I want to adjust this camera a bit. Now if it'll just hold. That works. I'm happy with that. Water would not go boom, but it would not be good. The biggest problem would be a piece of metal touching the middle and the rails. Oh, Ewan came in. Hey, Ewan, there you are. Nice to have you here, Ewan. Hope you're doing well. Is my banner... Actually, what you're seeing back there is... well, let me go to this camera. It'll be easier to show it to you. What you're seeing is... I think what you're seeing is the flag there. That is the flag of the German state of Niedersachsen, or in English, Lower Saxony. So, that there, that is the state flag. All the state flags have their Wappen, their crest, on the German national flag. And so, the white horse on the red shield is the symbol of Niedersachsen. And I think that is the only flag I currently have. I had like 6 or 8 flags flying in my classroom. I've got them all, but I don't have any place to put them on. Oh, that backdrop. I see what you're saying right there. That... I don't know, is that anywhere on my homepage? No. What's on my homepage is a train station, Mittenwald, Germany. It is in mountains, but that is a picture of the river Elbe near the town of Pirna. That is, and actually Joyce took that picture. We just printed up photographs Joyce took of various parts of Germany, and I just taped them up to create scenery for the heck of it. It's stupid, it's lame, but it was okay. So eventually I got to that. I'm going to go over to that camera and see if I can adjust it. Okay. There we go. Well, it's mountains. It's mountains, but yeah, from a distance I could see. You don't have to apologize for it at all. But I had to think about what you're saying, then I had to think about the picture. I go, because that is northeast. Well, actually, it's eastern Germany, pretty much dead center eastern Germany. And then what's on my banner on the Model Train Outsider page is is a shot from the train station at Mittenwald, which is in the Alps in southern Germany. All right, let's go back to the multi for a bit. Well, hello, Hillbilly Railroad. Welcome in. We need to knight you. Feel free to advertise your channel. And not to clear you a knight at the Romboy table. Hey, John, how are you? And if you haven't seen the new pun song we put up, go see it. If you haven't seen Joyce's newest video that she put up earlier this week, go to Joyce's channel and check that out. There's a link on my YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe, Joyce. Oh. I've been dropping some frames. What happened with the internet? Oh, I wonder if our, yeah, I lost my connection with YouTube. Says you guys are going to experience buffering for a second. I didn't check my internet speed. They've been working in the neighborhood, and I didn't check my internet speed to make sure I was compliant with OBS and YouTube. anytime they touch a tree in this neighborhood, we have problems with the internet. I'm hardwired, so I shouldn't lose my internet. But having said all that, I wouldn't put it past them. Yep, that's what I thought. Those idiots. The one day I don't check it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be uploading. I pay for 10 megabytes per second upload, and right now I'm running 5, even though I'm hardlined in, because the idiots were working in the neighborhood and they reset the boxes, and every time they reset the box, I'm suddenly down to 5. I just checked my internet speed and it says I'm running 5 even though I'm paying for 10, and I've got this set to broadcast at 6. So there's going to be a subtle discrepancy, but right now it says it's okay. Actually, these 11 cameras Hey George, nice to have you here. I want to try something real fast. I don't know if it'll let me though. Let's see if I can catch this and fix it a bit. I just dropped my bit rate on my broadcast to get it below what my internet. Because, yeah, where I live in Toledo, residential cannot get more than 10 megabytes upload speed. That's it. We can only get 10 megabytes up. I can draw 400 down, but the internet companies in this region, they are rewiring this neighborhood so that they can eventually get everybody to 20 or 30 upload speed. But I pay for 10, and every day when I live stream, the first thing I do before I go live is I check my internet speed to make sure I'm getting my 10. Because anytime somebody's working in this neighborhood, they'll nail the cable. It's like something they have to do. It drives me crazy. They have to knock the cable out. Now, I'm hardwired, so I don't lose cable. What happens is when the box resets, it resets everything to the original company preset, which was when this neighborhood was only 5. Well, we went up to 10, but most of the neighborhood only pays for 5. But I pay for 10 megabytes upload. And that's what you have to watch with OBS, is whatever your upload speed is where you're broadcasting from, versus the bit rate you've set in OBS. I actually filmed some videos on that, and I never put them up because I kind of had the attitude, who am I to tell people what to do with OBS? But you guys could tell me if you'd want to know. It is. It's Hollywood. And I'm your host, Pete Marshall. Peter Marshall. Back when we had the classic game show host. But anyhow, yeah, you'll see a little bit of buffering because I dropped down to 5,000 bit rate, and because I'm pulling about 5, but really I should have dropped down to 4,500, but I didn't want to do that. So you'll see a little bit of buffering, but normally I broadcast somewhere between 6,000 and 6,500 so that you guys all get nice clear images here. But we've had road crews working in this neighborhood. We've had phone companies and cable companies all in the neighborhood this week because they all create jobs for each other. The computer is awesome. This computer is awesome. I know you mentioned it in one of your live streams, and you had a great live stream, and you brought up some great points about when you want to live stream, how much money from your trains do you divert to live streaming? Because you have budgets. You know, you don't suddenly say, well, I'm going to go ahead and spend all this money. Now, I bought this supercomputer, as Joyce and I call it, because there was a lot of things I wanted to do with it, not just live streaming, but I knew it would solve all my live streaming issues, except for the cable company. Hey, there's Stuart. Hey, Stuart and Clive. Nice to have you guys here. Well, I'm watching my YouTube studio on this other monitor. And it keeps saying every now and then, you've error connection, you're sending too much. But I did go back and drop. Evo, only 18 down? Because normally you get in the hundreds down. We get 400 megabytes download and 10 upload. But yeah, I just did a test while I was sitting here. If you watch me go silent and staring at the screen, it's because I went to my internet and did the test. And immediately it went straight bar, 5.5 megabyte upload speed. And I'm supposed to be getting 10. In fact, for example, before last week's video, I was getting 11 because the signal strength was just that good coming through the lines. So after I get offline here, I'll call them and say, hey, you idiots, reset the button. You screwed up my live stream again. But yeah, I want to go back because there's a couple of things people posted and I really wanted to yak about them. A couple of things people posted, I wanted to yak about them. And Alan was one because Alan brought up some great points about what do you want to do. I have this amazing setup. But these are all nickel and dime cameras. Even my Logitech cameras were 29 bucks. They're now 79, but when I bought them, they were 29 bucks. The prices of name brand webcams shot through the roof. The most expensive camera I have on here is $39. So you can do the math. 11 cameras times an average of, let's say, $40. Okay. Or not even that much, but let's say I've spent about $450 on these cameras. Now again, some of these cameras I had at work because we had to have multiple webcams at work, and well, they don't supply them, we have to get our own. Or if they do supply us with one, it's a $10 piece of crap that dies after 2 weeks. But, you know, what do you want to do? I mean, I think I'm insane, and most of the world agrees with that assessment. Because I have a big layout, but I don't have any fancy scenery on it. I've got beautiful trains. I've got a lot of stuff on my layout. But I did this for me. I did not do this for live streaming. I did this for me. Because I sit here and watch my trains. And I'm cricking my neck from side to side when I'm not live streaming. But I can't get all these angles. So all these camera views were for me. So I could sit here and look at this monitor, and I can look at the trains close to me here, but I can see angles I can't normally see as they run around my layout. So this was for me. It just happened to make my live stream cool. Imagine if I had a layout like Allen's or Donegal Dad or March West Junction or Stewart's layout, where you just pop cameras everywhere on these gorgeous layouts. That would be the best of both worlds. All these cameras and a gorgeous layout with that. I've got the cameras and I've got beautiful trains, but you guys have the really photogenic layouts. A heated cat sleeping spot. That's interesting. Why are you guys so low on the down? We're, you know, the minimum is 100 megabytes download speed per second. And my plan, my contract is 400 down and 10 up. And upload is what you care about for live streaming. What is a good channel for how to live stream? I don't know. I mean, the guy, I don't know of anybody offhand that, I mean, you could go to Heath at Humanity Junction because he does stuff like this for a living. I mean, he worked on Broadway, lighting and cinematography and stuff like that. And he's an ace genius at this, and he'll happily explain it to you. I've learned by trial and error. And I'll Google a specific problem, or I'll YouTube a specific problem and watch 5 videos till I find one. But I don't have a go-to channel. I mean, I could explain it. I've got videos that I filmed to explain how to do OBS, because a lot of people are scared of OBS. You know, if you're just going to use one camera or use your phone, StreamYard or Streamlab apps are great. But if you want multi-cameras, then you start looking at OBS. Or like Heath will tell you, you combine these different things. But I do the most simplistic form of OBS, and I'm able to do all this. And I can explain how to do all this rather easily, because my job for over 36 years was trying to take difficult information and explain it to people who didn't understand it. Thank you, Kiwi Dave. It's a work in progress. It's just there's been no progress for over 2 years. Well, not 2 years, a year and a half since I got so angry at my Fowler car. Now, I lie, because there was progress this week when I tore a hole in a closet over here and extended my parking lanes into that toy closet. And the first thing Robert from Robert's Train Set does, God, I love Robert. He is so funny. The first thing he says is, "Now you're going to fix that up and make it nice, aren't you, Anthony?" That's the first thing he does. He's not like, "Oh, that was useful." The first is, "You are going to fix that up and make it look nice." It's almost like my dad. I'd say, "Hey, Dad, look what I did. You're going to clean that up, aren't you?" It was so funny. God, meeting Robert just confirmed so much. Watching his videos always did. If a random person had typed that on, I would have said, "What the? You know, I just did it. Yes, I'm going to clean it up. I'm not an idiot." But with Robert, it had to be there. You are going to make that look nice, aren't you? Yes, I'm going to make it look nice. But like I said, OBS, there are issues you're going to have with any system to live stream the minute you want to go from a basic go live. I mean, again, if you got your cell phone or a webcam or a built-in computer on your laptop or your monitor, well, you know, you don't need OBS. Streamlabs, StreamYard, click, go. I know the basics of how to, for example, the one thing I don't do on here, and I hope nobody takes this wrong, I don't want to do it, is like those of you who watch Artie and me. It's Artie's show, but I sometimes play around. Well, I always play around, but I play around on this live stream. So Artie knew what he was getting into. When Artie asked me to co-host his Saturday night, Sunday morning show, the first thing I talked about is, Artie, you know me. I'm going to clown around. I'm going to act silly. Any chance I've got to throw out a joke or a smart-ass comment, it's going to happen. And he says, he giggles and says, do it. Do it. But I don't pull up people and have interviews and all that. Everybody else does that. And the minute you start inviting one or two people up, then other people are like, hey, let me in there, let me in there. And no, this is my live stream, and the only guest allowed is Joyce. Hey, there's Tom. It's called Robert's Windup. Hey, Tom. No, guys, I know a lot of people think I self-deprecate, but I'm just very brutally honest. I know myself. I'm lazy. I don't move fast. When I have the mood to build, I can build a whole house in 5 days. But I'll actually take 5 years to build a wall, because unless I feel strongly motivated, like Joyce holding a shotgun to my head saying fix the kitchen, I don't move fast, because I know when I tear into something, it's going to be all consuming. I work that way. When I rebuilt this basement. I've rebuilt every room in this house. I have stripped this house down and remodeled and rebuilt everything. Often finding all kinds of illegal things to begin with. But, I'm very proud. My Delmenhorst station is 100% accurate, and I haven't met a Delmenhorster online yet that hasn't looked at my station and said, oh my God, you nailed it. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of what I do when I do something. But, no, I haven't laid static grass anywhere, and part of that is because there are things I still need to build, and I haven't figured out how to build them in 3 years. I need to build the Delmenhorst City Hall and Water Tower feature, and that is a very complex building, and I can't even find a quality 3D design or graphic design. I found a guy who actually did a 3D model of the Delmenhorst building, and I sent them a letter a year ago saying, dude, could I have this so I could translate it and make a 3D print out of it? And never responded. They did it as a project for an architectural design thing in their technical college in Germany, and I sent them an email begging them, you must have gotten the measurements. Could I don't even want your 3D prints. I just want your measurements that I could put it all in and do a 3D print of it. And never heard from them. And it's the closest chance I've had to it. Indeed, Tom. That's the nice thing about me in retirement. I now have time, but I've had time. I've had time all summer here, but I just can't motivate myself to work. Other things have happened. We've been dealing, a lot of it is just the depression, people dying and family members and all the tragedy in Joyce's family, and just trying to cope with all that from Joyce's point of view. We've had a lot of insanity, and that just, I need to be in the right frame of mind to really go into it. I've got all the parts here. I've still got to order some more Fowler car stuff. I got to wait till I get my retirement pay. But I've got all the turnouts to replace the tricky turnouts here. But I know as soon as I tear those bad turnouts out, I'm going to change track array. And then I have to shut down my layout and not run any trains. And my grandson is not at an age where he'll understand, no trains today. I can't run trains. Sorry, Kyan, I can't run trains today. Or this week. Because he comes in, trains, opa, trains. And I want to, but I know I'm going to have to change a couple of pieces of problematic track there and clear that whole thing up. And I just know it's going to turn into a real job once I start it. And I don't want to shut my layout down that long. I don't want to shut it down and have Cayenne coming over and, oh, but trains, no. It's like, sorry, bub, no trains. I mean, I could probably set up a temporary track over here and run one train for them. Heck, I could set up the Hornby track I've got and run the Mallard for them. But I'm working on it. I'm probably, depending on weather and other obligations this weekend, I'm probably going to go in there and start tearing out those layouts. Does it? My thing is, until 2 weeks ago, my retirement felt just like any other summer for me the last 10 years since I stopped getting summer jobs. Or teaching summer school or coaching or whatever else. Today was the first day where I had no obligations. Joyce went to work, my daughter was gone, I was home alone, and I watched YouTube and made the video that I posted, the song video. Joyce and I recorded that last night and then did the video. Yeah, there it goes again. Jean-Ricard, I don't do it quicker planning it on paper. I know what needs to be done. And I know what order things need to be done. I have home improvement projects we never got to. Because the trip to the UK wound up depleting funds a little more than we planned. And then getting home wound up being quite an expense. Having to rent a hotel room and rebooking flights and then getting up to premium economy and paying an extra $1,000 there and blah, blah, blah. No, I don't need it written down. I know what needs done. My brain is very good at itemizing and listing. It's a very good brain. It's the motivation. That's where it lacks. I know it needs done. I just need motivation. Anytime I come down here for a live feed, I look at it and go, I need to do that, I need to do that, and then I need to do this, and I need to do that. It's motivation. I use SCARM. Actually, I use any rail. But it's, again, it really just, it's motivation. I've got SCARM and I've got AnyRail. I've already got, I'm not going to drastically change the design of the layout here. Some of the dynamics where these, basically I had these tight, narrow turnouts that basically had the track that far apart. Now the track will be that far apart with the new turnouts. And that's just going to adjust the lines and some of the curves going in. And I'll have to, well, I've got 188 here and a 180 here, and I'm gonna. Those are lengths of track, Miracle and other track, and I'm gonna have to replace a 188 with a 172, and then go into the curves, and it might slide the curve over. So it's just a lot of little nitpicking of what I'm gonna have to change and where, and then finding what tracks look like they've been problematic. It's all in that one area. But again, it comes down to motivation, just getting off my butt and doing it. Well, George, that's how I work anyhow. That's how I work anyhow, is like when I redid this basement, I had 8 days to get it done, and I got up at 8 and started working on it, putting up drywall, and hoping somebody was around to help me. Otherwise, I was figuring out ways to hold the drywall in place myself or the ceiling tiles and doing all, and I would work 12, 14-hour days. And if I was then back at work, I would teach, come home, do what I had to do, and then come down here for 4 or 5 hours and build. Fortunately, we had a lot of snow days when I was rebuilding part of this. So, you know, again, I have the plan. It's the motivation. And it's just finding the mentality to say, yeah, I want to do this now. I'm ready to get into this, knowing the hassle it might be, knowing the chaos it's going to create. Because I don't need, I've got it designed. Again, it's not going to be much more different than this. It's just going to change some of the linear bits. And until I get some of that track pulled out, I'm not going to know. But, yeah, I'm very angry at my cable company right now. Actually, I shouldn't call them my cable company because I don't have cable. My internet provider. But again, it's usually not their fault. Somebody nails the line and the box is reset. And so instead of 10 megabytes, I'm running at 5.2. And that's another thing, you know, in the long run. As I acquire more models, I am running out of storage space. So I've been putting shelves on the wall, but my next 2 or 3 trains are going to create new issues. And that's the other thing. When I go to take this track out, I've got a bunch of trains parked here. I have to get them out of the way and put them somewhere. Fortunately, I have all their boxes if I want to store them that way. Hey, there's Artie. Hey, I pay my bill on time. In fact, we're way ahead because we have to pay for everything in advance. And we got rid of the cable and took $240 off our bill, and we paid the full bill. So actually, I've got the next 2 months paid for free already. It's just, we've had road crews working, phone, cable, everybody's in this neighborhood working. Literally, we ordered pizza the other night, and we had 3 different calls from the pizza delivery guy because he couldn't get into our neighborhood because roads are all closed for all the different things they're doing. We're basically locked in our neighborhood right now. It's almost like there's a police cordon and no one gets in or out. I can store your trains to your place. Yeah, that little cost to ship them to Australia, especially with you complaining about the United States Postal Service delivering stuff to you. Yeah, no. Nar. But again, so going back, and not talking about my layout, but going back to that point for the third type, is what you want to do and what you want to spend. There are things you should consider, but it is problematic. A desktop is better for doing live streaming of this nature than a laptop, but you might not have room for a desktop. For live streaming, you're better off being hardwired into your internet than Wi-Fiing it with a router. You would be better off to do this. Most laptops, and let me explain this to, I know a lot of you IT guys, and EFO, I think this is up your field too, and I hope you'll agree with what I'm basically going to say here. Any of your computer guys, Roy Eltham was here. I think he understands this. But this is straight from the guy who built my computer. You can have an i5 processor in your laptop and an i5 processor in your desktop, your tower, and they're both i5, and they're both generation 6, okay, or generation 10, or whatever. They're the same generation, they're the same processor, but they're not the same processor. There are limits, and there are issues of putting a processor in a laptop that you don't have with putting it in a desktop. You gotta cool it, you gotta keep it. So an i5 in a laptop computer is not quite the same as an i5 in a desktop, even if it's i5 generation 10, i5 generation 10. I just throw that number out there. I've got i7 generation 11 in this computer. This one is an i7. This is an i7, but it's generation 3. This is an old laptop, but it's an i7. That's why I love this laptop. It had an i7 processor in it, and it did amazing things as a laptop when I got it 7 years ago. Oh, it's a 7th generation. I said third. It's i7. This is in my computer here, it's i7 generation 11, generation 12, I forget which one. Whatever the newest generation is for i7. So it's basically the same processor. But when you put it into a laptop, there are limits because of cooling and all that jazz. A desktop is better if you want to do this kind of live streaming than a laptop. Also, when you want to add multiple cameras, your average laptop has 4 USB ports, of which only 1 or 2 are dedicated and the other ones are shared USB ports, meaning they plug into the same place on the motherboard. And so your computer can have trouble deciphering the camera. When they're plugged into dedicated USB ports, your computer recognizes each camera separately. Yes, thank you, Evo. Again, I try to keep it at the base level. I try to keep it at the base level and not try to go into even the biggest tech. Yeah, I'm not a Mac fan. I'm not a Mac fan. I don't believe in that. We charge 50% more because we're superior, because I don't think Mac and i products are superior. And of course it becomes a Hornby Bachman sort of fight, you know. Everybody has their dog in the hunt when it comes to Android versus iPhones, or, you know, everybody has their dog. I just have never believed that Apple products deserve the price tags they stick on them. They're either not that superior or they're not superior at all for how much more they charge. But that's a personal opinion. Mystic Railroad, bite your tongue on this live stream, mister. There's no Chevy or Ford here. It's all Dodge. I'm offended you even mentioned those two wannabes. There's the old fight. Atari versus the old Sega, and Atari versus ColecoVision. Anybody remember ColecoVision? But anyhow, so to wrap up that random thought that gets distracted too easily, because I do have ADD, Alan made a brilliant point about what do you want to put into it. But there are things. If you want to stick, 3 cameras, yeah, you're going to spend 100 pounds in cameras, maybe 60 pounds in cameras, and then you're going to get, unless you spend more money and get Bluetooth, you'll want to get extension cables. I have all these cameras on extension cables, USB extension cables, and then I plug them into the back of my desktop, and I make sure I have dedicated USB ports. And then, but again, Yeah, my entire computer and camera arrangement cost me the price of 3 quality American locomotives. But at the time I was doing this, there weren't 3 quality American locomotives I was after. And also, I had my retirement buyout, so I was able. The cameras I picked up every few weeks, you know. You guys who have been with this live stream forever, you know I started with, you know, I got the idea from Jason at Barnabas Junction. He was the first channel I saw. Well, actually, Sam had 3 cameras, where he had one on him and then one on his train and his computer cam. But Barnabas Junction was the first channel where he had 3 cameras up at the time. He had a main camera and then 2 smaller pictures set up, and was talking about OBS. And he had a cool layout. And the cameras gave 3 really cool views. And I immediately told Joyce, when I get my big train table going, I want that. And she looked at me and goes, why? And I was like, because it's cool, sweetheart. It's cool. And she just shook her head. And then I got a 4th camera. And she's like, why do you need a 4th camera? Because it's cool. And she shook her head and walked away. And then a couple of months later, hey, I could use a camera over there too. Beep. Another $29.99 to Amazon. Beep. Another $29.99 to Amazon. And all of a sudden I had 8 cameras. And that's when I started realizing my internet, I added the GoPro. You guys will remember I added the GoPro. And my internet was fighting with all of that. It was too much information. That's when I stopped putting the GoPro on. But that's when I realized that I was now uploading too much stuff, and I had to change the bit rate. And I had that all fixed before I went to the UK. And then when I came back from the UK, I found out our cable company had reset everything to 5. That's why my first 4 or 5 live streams after I got back from the UK were still blotchy and everything. Well, the first 3, because the internet settings were wrong. So now I make it a point to check my upload speed each day I live stream, except for today, and lo and behold, my internet provider strikes. The Atari versus Commodores. I had a Commodore 64. My parents gave it to me as a graduation present from high school. No, it was the VIC-20 they gave me as a graduation present from high school. I wanted the 64. Oh, EFO. Here in the United States, it's everything. If you leave your car parked in a parking lot overnight, if you don't leave your car in your driveway, and in some neighborhoods it doesn't matter, they're stealing the exhaust. They want the oh crap, my brain just froze. The catalytic converter, because there's rare metals and rare minerals in there that are worth a fortune. So now that everybody knows this, they are stealing catalytic converters from any car they get their hands on. Joyce and I went out kayaking earlier this summer when we got back from the UK, and a guy had parked his Jeep there early in the morning, and he went out fishing with his granddaughter, and when he came back, they stole the catalytic converter off his Jeep Wrangler. We were just going out when he was coming back, and I noticed his tailpipe hanging down. I said, hey, your tailpipe's hanging. Did you know that? He's like, no. Oh, and crap, they stole his catalytic converter. It is a widespread, uncontrollable crime across this country, especially here in Toledo. Yeah, they're stealing the exhaust parts, but it's really the catalytic converter they're after. Oh, don't even go there, Artie. Toyotas are just as much a piece of crap as anybody else's automobile. You know, you can make fun and laugh, but you see a lot of American cars from 50, 60 years ago that everybody said were pieces of junk, but you see them still driving. You don't see 50 and 60-year-old Toyotas around. If you take care of your car will last. And there are some cars you should never own, like a Yugo. Fiat owns Chrysler, and they're doing a rotten job of it. I hate Fiat. Chrysler, Mercedes-Benz cut Chrysler off, and Chrysler, as an organization, has done very poorly because Chrysler was not selling. Dodge is the only profitable part of Chrysler, and Jeep. Jeep and Dodge are the only profitable parts of the Chrysler organization. But because Chrysler owns Dodge, and Fiat and Chrysler are supposedly partners, but Fiat owns Chrysler. Fiat has been tinkering around. And to keep Chrysler afloat, they took 2 major vehicles away from Dodge and gave them to Chrysler. Chrysler always had versions of it, but now they don't make them with Dodge. The famous Dodge Caravan and Grand Caravan. Dodge invented the modern minivan, the original Caravan. That was a Dodge creation. And they were amazing. The Honda Odyssey and all these others were just rip-offs and pale imitations. Dodge invented it and was always the hallmark of the quality of them. But for years, Chrysler had the Town and Country, which was the Chrysler version of it. Because Dodge has its own engineering people. Dodge has its own design people. Chrysler and then Chrysler Plymouth had their design people, but when they acquired Dodge, Dodge had an independent engineering firm. And Dodge does its own designs. But since Fiat took over, they've stripped a lot of types of cars from Dodge and handed them off or just canceled the lines. Oh, these American cars. The Trabis. Yeah, I know the Trabis. Those silly little East German cars that are now kitschy popular. Let's not hate on the American cars, people. The only thing I will criticize Dodge for is that Dodge still does horsepower over miles per gallon. Dodge's 2 main cars, well, now the only 2 cars they produce, the Charger SRT and the Challenger / Hellcat Demon, they're all about horsepower. They're the 2 biggest horsepower street cars out there. 4-door sedan and sports car. But Dodge went out and produced a compact car called the Dodge Dart, which actually was the highest rated and most acclaimed American, well, I shouldn't say American, on the American market over Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Toyota, all their compact cars. The Dodge Dart was ranked higher. Great fuel efficiency, everything else, but Fiat killed it because Fiat expected the Dodge Dart. They gave the Dodge Dart 5 years and said they've got to take 10% of the market in 5 years. There's no way you could take 10% of the compact car market in 5 years. I don't think you could expect to as a new car in the world, and the Dart was selling and making money, but it wasn't making the big profits Fiat was demanding it to make. Plus, Fiat wanted to use the body of the Dart, and they stuck it on one of their cars called the Ghia, the Fiat Ghia, and then they tried to bring the Ghia into America, and it didn't sell. So they canceled both the Ghia and the Dart. But the Dart was getting over 40 miles to the gallon on the highway, and it had more horsepower and more space than any compact car made by anybody. And it was also dominating the compact racing scenes. Anybody who follows that, it was dominating that scene for the 5 years it was out. And they're still running them, but but yeah, Fiat is a joke of a company. That's all right, Randall. If you're quiet, I figure you've got something going on. See, but America, the problem with America is we won World War II without taking any scars from it. The UK won World War II, but the UK took scars from it. We walked out of World War II ruling the world. We had no bruises on our economy. We were just coming out of the Depression. And what happened is Germany and Japan had to build new. And they built all new factories. And they used all modern stuff. The United States kept relying on the same old, which dominated the 50s and the 60s. But when the oil embargo hit in 73, it killed the American auto industry because the American auto industry wouldn't modernize. They would not take the hint from what was going on in Japan and Germany and modernize their facilities. They just, same old. Big profits for them. And then they started, when they couldn't compete, when all of a sudden people didn't want a car that got 10 miles to the gallon, wanted a car that got 30 miles to the gallon. Nobody in the U.S. markets had those cars ready to go. Dodge was the first American car company to create a car. It was called the Dodge Colt that got over, the Dodge Omni Colt. It got over 50 miles to the gallon in 1977. It was the first American car to crack that barrier. But it didn't sell because it was Dodge. And it did damage to the Dodge, or it did damage to the American auto industry because we refused to adapt. Then we moved all our factories to other countries, and then we started importing crappy metals from other countries. And it hurt us, but everybody's on the same field now. You know, Lincoln makes some of the best cars in the world right now, but you guys aren't buying Lincolns. There's a lot of good Chevys out there, GM cars. Ford makes good cars. They're all equal. They're all stealing ideas from each other. Dodge Coronets, man. The Dodge Coronet and the Dodge Polara were the cop cars. Those were the Dodge cop cars in the 60s and 70s. Those were the ones, you get the cop engines in them. My friend Mark Mokrian, right after we graduated high school, we used to always go to car dealerships and test drive cars and go to used car lots. And we found one that had a Dodge Polara, former sheriff's car. They had stripped off the cop paint, but it was a former cop car, a highway patrol car. And if you didn't know, back in the 70s, cop cars had a little switch somewhere, either on the steering wheel or on the dashboard, that gave them an extra boost. So when they got into a high-speed chase, it was stuff they added to the car just for the police market, that they could chase down a fleeing criminal car. They had to flick the switch, and they all of a sudden got a 50% boost in horsepower, which meant, unless they were chasing a Ferrari or a Porsche, they were going to catch it, and even Ferraris and Porsches, they might have a good chance of catching. Well, normally when those cars go aftermarket, they dismantle that switch. This one, they didn't dismantle the switch. My friend Mokri, he's driving it, he opens the dashboard, says, Hey, look, they've got this. They always dismantle them. Click. Oops, yeah. Hey, the plumber's back. Because, see, it's so hard to break those mindsets. You know, 30 years, 40 years down the road, it's hard to break those mindsets. You know, everybody now has, quote, new factories. They've refurbished all the factories. Jeep has a new factory here in Toledo that, well, it's now 10, 15 years old, but it was all modernized. But I remember in 2004 getting a tour of the Mercedes-Benz factory in Bremen. And what the Germans gave their workers, 36-hour work weeks, the concrete floors had foam padding so that the workers weren't constantly walking and standing on hard concrete. And then you'd go to the GM factory or the old Jeep factory here in Toledo, and these guys were walking on concrete. They had the same job day in and day out. They were working, you know, the way the workers were treated was better than they were here in the United States. So there's always factors involved, but let's not go any further into that. But I've only driven 3 non-Dodges in my life. My father made me buy a Ford off of a neighbor. I had $1,000 in 1980 to buy my first car, and I was looking at this 1971 Dodge Challenger a guy wanted $1,200 for, and I was all set to buy it. And my dad's like, nope, you can't have that car. My dad had to check every car out, Mr. Auto Pro. And I looked at, and all I was looking at was Dodges. All I was looking at was Dodges. My dad would not let me buy a Dodge because my dad was a rebel. And he made me buy for $50 this piece of junk off of a neighbor. It's $50. You spend a couple of hundred on it, you keep running. Well, it was a 1969 Ford Talladega GT, Gran Torino. And it was a piece of crap. It had rust spots everywhere. But I kept it running for 2 years, and I learned to fix brakes and wiring and put in a radiator and stuff like that, which is what my dad wanted me to do. He wanted me to buy a piece of crap so I could work on it and learn how to fix cars. All right, Kieran, take care. I'm expecting Joyce to show up any minute now. I'm hoping. I don't know. Did everyone click the like button? I don't know. What is there to like? But anyhow, so that was my first car, and I immediately got rid of that, and I bought a used 77 Dodge Aspen, which had the Slant 6 225 motor in it, and that baby ran. I love that one. But when Joyce and I got married, I decided I wanted a car that got much better gas mileage, and I bought a Dodge. They were called the Shelby Chargers. I bought one of those, and we had that for a few years. Then I bought a Dodge Shadow, which was we decided we didn't want the 2-door hatchback, but wanted a 4-door sedan. So I bought a Dodge Shadow. And then I had the second Dodge car I bought, because Joyce and I were both, Joyce was going to school, we had a baby was going to daycare, I was going to work, Joyce was working and finishing school, and then was starting teaching, so we needed a second car. So I bought this Buick Electra, I think it was, off of a guy for $300. And I ran that for a year, and then when that died, I bought a Dodge Charger, a 76 Charger sedan. It wasn't the classic Dodge Chargers. It was basically the same thing as the Chrysler Cordoba, but it said Dodge Charger on it. So I bought one of those. And I had that going for 2 years, and then I bought a 79 Ram van. And then I bought the third car that wasn't a Dodge. I bought an Eagle Limited Premier LT, which was a nice little luxury sedan, but I got it for cheap. The guy wanted $4,400. By the time I walked off his dealership, I paid $1,200 for it. And then we've had Dodge Caravans, and we had a Dodge Dart. We had a Dodge. I did have a 1973 Dodge Charger I had for several years, but that was my fun car. That was my muscle car. I had a 73. If let's see, I'll show my screensaver here. That was my, I don't know how well you guys see that. That was my 73 Charger. I had that for many years. That was my bad boy. That was my bad boy car. That was my muscle car. I love the 73 Chargers. And they even made a toy of that. And it's my car. It's my car. The picture on, can I reach it here? Hang on, kids. Yep. This is the coolest claim to fame. This right here came out a few years ago. This came out in 2000. That car in the picture that this is modeled on, that car is that car, my car. Sorry about that, everybody's seasick. The car in this picture is my 73 Dodge Charger. It won the 1999 Mopar Raleigh Best in Show, Chicago Mopar Raleigh Best in Show. So there's actually a toy that has a picture of my car on it. That's my yay fame. Let's go back, get some trains back up here. But, yeah, so that was my baby. But I had to sell it after the economic collapse that started in 2008, but it hit us in 2012. And we almost lost a house. And, well, I had to sell the car. It was keep the car and lose the house, or sell the car, keep the house, and hopefully be able to send the kids to college. And which fortunately my kids got a lot of scholarships, because we at the time could not necessarily pay for others, but my daughter got mostly a full ride. She had to get a couple of student loans. My son got a lot of scholarships and got a couple of student loans. My daughter, she got scholarships, but she didn't maintain grades, so she lost some of that. Actually, it's the other way around. It was a Dodge that Mitsubishi manufactured. It started as a Dodge, Edward, and then Mitsubishi made them as well. It was designed and engineered and produced in the United States by Dodge, and then Mitsubishi made it. Mitsubishi was owned by Dodge for a long time, and when Dodge sold off Mitsubishi, Mitsubishi raided Dodge engineering and stole a lot of designs. Dodge released a car called the Lancer, and Mitsubishi the same year had their Lancer, and it looked a lot like the Dodge Lancer. Even the Dodge Stealth started as an American designed, I had a Dodge Stealth. It was American design, and I had one with the American motor. I had one of the few American built ones, but that was right about the time they split, and Mitsubishi turned it into their whatever they call it, the Z200 or 200Z, whatever they had, their little thing, their little two-seater. All right, Mark, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so there's a lot of things people say, oh, my Dodge was actually a Mitsubishi. No, it was a Dodge that then got Mitsubishi parts in it. And that's what happened when Dodge canceled the D50 line. They imported, they just stopped making them in America, and imported the Japanese ones and stuck the Dodge name on them. But they started in America, went to Japan, and then came from Japan back to America. Hey, Philip Page is here, I think. Yes, there he is. Nice to have you, Philip. Hope you're doing well. I drink to you all. Nope. That's too true, Pierre. You can take me out of the school, but you can't take the school out of me. They all go around and they're all intermixed, but it's a long, ugly tale of the American car industry in the late 60s, early 70s, before the crisis, when everybody was trying to tell the owners of Ford and Chevy and Chrysler to modernize. You've got to modernize. You've got to build new factories. No, we're raking the profits in. Why spend the profits on building new factories? And then when the oil crisis hit, they shut all the factories down, imported stuff from other countries because that was cheaper. And it started, we had, I forget which American company had a huge percentage of Honda. But, then all of a sudden they just started importing and sticking their names on it. Yeah, it had the Mitsubishi. It had the Mitsubishi stuff. The point is, you may have gotten one built in Japan, but the thing is, it wasn't a Mitsubishi rebranded as a Dodge. It was a Dodge that was then built in Japan, and then when Dodge stopped manufacturing them in the United States, they just brought the Mitsubishi versions over with the Mitsubishi engines in them. They did the same thing with the Stealth. The first generation of Stealths were built here in the United States, and I got one with the American engine. Then they built the shells in Japan and shipped them over here, and you can put the American engine in, or you could get one with the Mitsubishi engine in it. But I had the Dodge engine in mine, and the Stealth was way ahead of its time. But the Stealth and the Viper were from the same design crew, the famous Dodge Viper, which Fiat canceled 4 years ago. The last 2 years, they took the Dodge name off it and just called it the SRT-8. So it was no longer the Dodge Viper, it was just the SRT-8 Viper. So yeah, you can tell I have a lot of anger towards Fiat and what they've done to my namesake. Very offended. Possum Bio, the last car you drove. Well, the last car I drove was a 2014 Dodge Charger, which I'll drive again probably tomorrow sometime, if not tonight. Hey, GWR Buckley is here. There was another topic I was debating to bring up or not, and I just don't know to do it without it turning into some idiocy. So maybe... But a YouTuber I subscribe to, and I like his channel, brought up an issue of he's not getting viewers and he's not getting comments, and is it worth his time to put up video if nobody's going to watch him, if nobody's going to do it? And it doesn't cost me anything to put up. It costs me time to put up a video. I wish one of my song videos would get 10,000 subscribers. I'm blown away that a video or a Digital Killed the Analog guy got 600 views in the last 2 weeks. I don't know if anybody caught that. I mentioned it, I think, last week on the live stream. Somebody shared Joyce singing my song Digital Killed the Analog Guy, and we had a small explosion. It doubled in views. It's up to almost 1,200 views now. It went from 500 to 1,200 here in the last 2.5 weeks. Amazing. I would love that, but I don't expect any video to get a lot of views. Joyce has set a personal goal that my live stream should have 30 likes, and we're at 29 now. So if anybody out there hasn't liked it yet, hit it and make Joyce happy. Speaking of which, she's late. Where is she? So I'll interrupt this live stream. Talk amongst yourselves while I text the missus. If you hear a beep, that's her responding. But knowing her, she stayed late at work and is working. I don't touch those numbers. When I rarely look at the YouTube analytics or whatever they call them. I know I just passed 1,200 subscribers recently. I think I've stayed over 1,200, so yay. But my channel probably gets 50 views a day. But I'm not putting out a lot of content, and I'm not putting out a lot of quality model train. I mean, if I dumped the model train stuff and just started doing comedy, I'd probably set up a different channel and probably pull in a lot more views. But I just like having one place where all my interests are here. So live streams and talking to people, this is for me. I'm not live streaming to get views after the live stream. I live stream because people actually talk to me, where otherwise I'd be sitting upstairs watching TV, hoping Joyce was coming home, and then talking about a work day or whatever. Yeah, they've gotten bad again. I don't know what's happened, if they've adapted to YouTube's latest security updates, but they are everywhere. The porn site advertisements are everywhere. And as soon as you block one, another one shows up. I thought it was my channel. You know, the thing is, I think for a couple of years there with the pandemic, we got addicted to a lot of people having free time. I talked about this during the Chris Whittingham live stream, that I've had to actually unsubscribe from channels that I just wasn't watching anymore, because I was always putting their videos last. You know, I'm going to watch these guys. And to be honest, I often unsubscribe from the big history channels that I'm not watching anymore, or even some of the really big YouTube channels, model train channels that I would watch, just because I'm like, they won't miss one. You know, if one of my friends has 50 subscribers, I'll watch him before I'll watch somebody that's got 90,000 subscribers. And so I think we got used to there being lots of time and lots of people viewing, and now it goes. And we all grow stale. I started stale, but some people grow, you know, I don't want to say that in the wrong way, but you've got to have something, and I don't know what that something is, and nobody knows what that something is, but whatever it is, I don't have it because I don't get a lot of views, but I get more than I expect. You know, I have levels. Like I want my live streams to have 200 views, just because that seems to be the average. I want my song videos to get 220 to 250 views at least, because that seems to be the watershed mark. A few of them have gone bigger. And then, you know, my Merklin Outsider episodes used to get 1,000 to 4,000 views. My Model Train Outsider shows got about 300 to 400 views. But I'm no longer doing Miraklin intensive content. Now I only do the Miraklin Outsider to show my newest trains, and I haven't done the Model Train Outsider in 8-9 months because I'm not working on the layout. I'm not doing anything that makes it worth doing a show about it. And in the end, I like live streaming. This is what I'm about. And the Matt Clark stuff and the parody songs are things I have more fun doing. And yeah, it is. You know, the thing is, once some guys start making money, they want, you know, their money goes down. If people aren't watching, if they're not getting the watch time, the interactions, their income starts going down. And so they take it in the belt. So they've got to keep producing and they got to keep doing it. But for me, I do this to talk to people. And that's why the live streams have taken over. And then the comedy stuff is secondary or is as important because that's who I am. I'm not a model train aficionado. I'm not a guy who's steeped in the lore of model trains. I know a little bit about Miraklin. I know a little bit about the German rail system. And I've shared what I know. And that's why I stopped doing those shows. Oh, I envy you, Evo. I would love to go to a model train show. But there's all the model train shows in this area are in the late winter, early spring. Well, money in and of itself is not evil. It's the desire for money which can turn into greed. We all live in a world that you need money to do things. You need money to eat. You need money, you know, unless you happen to live on a commune where you grow your own crops and don't need money. Somewhere along the line, you need money. And I don't have a problem with somebody who goes to YouTube with the intent on making money. There's nothing wrong with that. I monetized my channel and I got a $120 check for my first 6 months of being monetized. $120. Woohoo! But it was $120. But I'm not making content aimed at making that money. When you are making money and you're making not $120 for 6 months, but you're making $200-300 a month off of YouTube, then viewership dropping hurts. So what do you tell a person? I don't know. There is no magic formula. You know, you have to start asking, and I'm not saying these are the issues. You have to start. Has my content gotten too repetitive and stale? Have I not done anything new? Do I need to do something new? Should I be doing more rail fanning? Should I be doing more videos of my layout in action? You know, or do I need to do a mix of those things? That stuff I don't worry about. I worry about one thing. When I'm doing a live stream, what trains am I going to run? And I know a few of you watching would know, hey, you didn't change the trains from last week. But I bet a lot of the people who come to my live streams, they watch the trains or they listen to me talk. They're working on something in the background, just listen to me babble. And they may not even notice whether I change trains or not. But they're not boring. Jean Ricard, to me, it's cool to see you actually running your trains and telling about those. And telling about the locomotives. That's what it's all about. It's not boring. I'm so glad you're finally posting some stuff up. And yeah, and when you're recording trains, you're setting something up to that you want to see. And like Alan and Stuart from St. Mary's and Mark at Dunnicle Dad, you guys all do such a great job of presenting your trains and finding the great angles. I mean, I've got great angles here, but I don't have cool tunnels my trains are coming out of or a cool little back scene. I don't have nude little figures working at car hops or flashing people. You know, because that gets you looking when you watch Alan's video. Okay, where are the flashers this time? The one chick, she's always at the garage, but the flashers, are they still on the bridge or have you moved them? That's when I go to Miniature Wonderland. That's what I do. I start looking at what new naughty scenes have they put in. But it's wow. Hey, Warwick Road Andy is here. Hark, I hear footsteps. Hey, we're wrapping up. People left. No, we're good. Oh, we're at 32 already. You don't have to hit the like button, but you can say it anyhow. Anyhow, let's get you Mike here.
Okay.
This is Mike.
His name is Mike.
It's Mike the Mike.
Mike the Mike is
Mike
fine.
the Mike. Let's get you a mic.
Mike the Mike is fine.
And there you are.
Oh, here I am.
Yeah,
Sit
yeah.
straight.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, let me get you centered more. There. Now it's all about you. Oh, by the way, Jean Ricard put up a video for you.
Hi, Tom. Hi, Randall. Hi, Sean. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Ellen. Hi,
Take a deep
Philip.
breath. Deep breath.
Hi, Artie. Hi, Pierre. Oh, thanks. Hi, Andy. Hi, Happy. Bailey.
Edward.
Edward, that's right. I knew it.
And do you remember who Newland Junction was? That's Clyde.
It's Clive.
It already scrolled up.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, Clive.
And
Hi,
you know,
Kiwi Dave.
yeah, and you know Kiwi Dave is
Yeah.
Dave.
It's Dave. Yeah.
No, I was gonna mess with you, but you're
Okay.
a little stressed.
And
So
hi, Andrew. And hi, Andy. Almost
156
says
Andrew, where's he?
Just safe to say hi, Andy, right?
Yeah, if you just say hi, Andy, you cover half the
I
people
cover
here.
half the people here. Yeah.
Just say hi, Andy. We cover half the people.
Oh my goodness. How you sound doing attendance register? Huh?
Is this how you sound doing attendance in the morning?
Oh no, I'm stronger.
This is her at the end of the day,
This
having
is
just
the
walked
end of
home.
the day, and I'm very tired and a lot to do. I didn't finish everything I wanted to. I think this week was 42 days long. Pretty sure it was. Nah, I start a lot stronger.
But Jean Ricard, you've got to go subscribe to his channel now because he's posting
Okay.
videos.
Gotcha.
But he posted a video for you. But you may just want to flip him off now.
Oh dear. Ruh-roh, that's not good.
Jean Ricard, should I tell her or let her watch later?
I guess I'll watch it later.
Should I tell her what was in the video?
Oh.
He called you out in his video.
Okay, hi Kiwi Dave if he was called John.
That would be the fun part, George.
Yeah.
That's I was gonna make that joke, but Joyce was looking a little stressed, so I decided not to tease her with that already. I was waiting for her to go, that's Kiwi Dave, you know who he is, right? She's like, Dave, right? I wanted her to go Dave, right? And then I was gonna say like, no, Mark.
Right.
Or no, Andrew. That would have been the funny one. No, he's Andrew too.
Your president.
Ironically, you have a brother
We
called
have a
John.
brother called
Well,
John.
small world. I have a brother named John too.
I don't.
Yeah, because
Oh.
Hot Dog Pilot's another one.
So Jean Ricard that he's number one? Number one in what? I think I'm a lot.
See,
I'm not caught up here, gang.
Oh, we're talking all sorts of nonsense.
Yeah, and that's okay. Nonsense is perfectly fine. So she can enjoy the tranquility of it. Oh. You think that's it?
Yeah, Randall, my goal was that Joyce should probably tell him he's number one.
Huh. Yeah, you're Andy 3 probably, yeah. Oh, shoot, yeah, it sure felt like it. Andy, it just was a long, long week, and I think the honeymoon's over. And I kind of angrily kicked the kid out before he could go outside and do our activity we were doing. And,
Oh.
it's a Dale Earnhardt joke. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm behind. So anyway, but when I brought them back in to wash their hands, and he comes to join us, and one of our paras cornered him. What did you do? Like it's something he does all the time. So I think every class has a big stinker in it. Your kid's up, so peace out.
All right, take care, Plumber.
Take care, plumber man.
Thanks for stopping in.
We appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you all for hitting the like button. That was awfully kind of you.
Boy, that was like halfway between Lil and Daisy.
I know it was.
That was
just
not quite
doing my
Daisy.
southern
It
accent.
maybe started Lil. No, it started Daisy and went Lil.
Yeah, it could be. I do that a lot. Anyway, I sent an email to my parents. You can respond through Remind or the email. So ting, 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 ting. There. Do I have to pay? Where do I pay fee? Oh, no fee for Scholastic News. PTO got tired of people not paying. They paid for it. Well, that was nice of them.
Because see,
Ooh,
Jean Ricard.
you went down to 16 people. What were you at?
Oh wow, yeah, we lost a bunch.
Dang, I come in and people run. It's terrible.
You're rocking. It made them seasick.
Oh, it could be. Hi, White Walls. White Walls is
George.
George. I knew that. I've got a lot of you. Now I'm trying to learn 60 names of kids, and oof. Yeah.
Oh, here they go again. The next batch.
Oh. Kick 'em out, kick 'em out, kick 'em out. Who can kick 'em out first?
Remove. Well, everybody can delete
Thank you,
the message,
Leslie.
but
Thank you,
I
Leslie. Thank you,
can
Sean.
move
Yeah,
them.
you got it. Yeah, these are so stupid. Yeah, okay. Renee Williams.
But yeah, Joyce also has to watch the video I posted today. Joyce did not see the video. She heard the singing, but she did not see the video because I made that this morning.
Okay, I'll do when I get a chance.
But yeah, Jean Ricard is posting video. Evo, I swear I'm subscribed to your channel. I'm going to have to look that up now. Because you're talking about posting stuff.
A parent. I didn't get your email. Will you send it to me? Yes, but not right now.
Whoops. Did I just get rid of something I didn't want to get rid of?
Yep, you shot him down. Way to go, Artie. Kapew! And Edward.
Oh, according to my thing, Jean Ricard nailed him.
Yeah, John Ricard did. But so did,
They all got him. All right. Anyhow,
Okay.
who was I going to? EFO. I've got to go to EFO.
okay.
Where was he up here?
Yep.
There he is. I swear I'm subscribed to his channel, but...
Okay. Sing what? George. That's George and that's Edward, right?
Yep. Sing the new song.
Your cat heard Joyce and came into the room looking for where the female voice. Oh, I didn't sound that bad, did I?
Well, I heard a female voice. It's drawn to females.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, okay, just something different, huh, Possum? Oh man, yeah, I don't know what I thought of it, but
Of what?
my singing.
Oh, it was good.
Well,
I might say it wasn't.
Future.
Was it your best singing ever?
Our future daughter-in-law was singing at my brother's funeral. I said, she needs to be singing for you. She's got a nice voice.
Yeah, we've got nieces that
and
are...
she's strong.
We've got nieces that have beautiful singing voices.
Oh, they sure do.
But they live on the East Coast.
Yeah, my niece, Rachel, majored in opera. Then her master's was in arts management. So, oh my golly, is her voice just gorgeous. And she is a soprano. She can hit those high notes and she doesn't crack, and it's just beautiful. Cats are strange creatures. And so, oh, she doesn't like it when female humans are around you. They were protecting you from my singing. Holy cow. Oh, man.
Yikes. Protecting him from your singing? That's harsh.
Oh, you have to hit subscribe again, yeah.
Well, that explains that.
Okay.
Well, there. Now I'm subscribed
All
again.
right, IFO, he subscribed to you. EFO, he subscribed to you.
I swear I said subscribe to his channel, so I don't know, man.
People would pay you to stop. That's, it could be a side gig.
That's me. I will sing unless people pay me money.
Hi, Joseph. I'm just tired. It was a long week.
Normally I'd be joining in. Yep, it was a long week for me too. And now I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, honey.
Oh, no, she's beautiful. She plays, she sings in a semi-professional choir, and oh, wow.
And they go on tours.
Yeah, they do, and they are just gorgeous.
Got invited to perform at
in
the UK. Which cathedral was it?
They were at the one Tim took us to.
Yeah, they were Gloucester. They were invited to perform at Gloucester Cathedral.
They performed in Gloucester, and they performed in a few other places. So, smoking killed it. Yeah.
All right, take care, Pierre.
All right. So anyway, yeah, when I get time, Sean, I'll go on and do that. I seem to just do it on my tablet. All right, Pierre, you take care.
And you can go sub to Joyce's channel too if you want.
Yeah. Did you put the song on mine too?
I did not put the song on yours because you need to put it on yours.
I don't know how to put it on mine.
Well, I take this.
Right.
And I plug it in here.
Right. Well, I could get that far. You're right. I can handle it.
And then you would go to your YouTube page.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, I hear you. Norton, we're protecting you. Nonetheless, they play the PIA Zoo, and it is just gorgeous. And her sister...
Oh, yeah, minimize it. Go ahead.
Did not major in any type of music and has 3 children. So she was in panic mode when she was told she needed to sing the alto voice in it. But she did a lovely job. She sounded very good too. It's nowhere near.
The whole family's musical.
It's nowhere near as challenging as the soprano part, but still.
Dad is a very highly accomplished. Joyce's brother-in-law is a highly accomplished music teacher in Virginia.
He is.
It's a small district, but he's very well known.
He's very well known and very well loved. He is stranger than strange, but. He loved, and we love him, absolutely. But his students just absolutely love him, and he can't retire. He tries, and then something else comes up, and he's right back at it. You need a briefcase to carry it. So this is why you guys appreciate me. None of you can sing. we had anybody on here who could really sing, you wouldn't like it very much.
No, we're constantly campaigning for singers. Because I've got 3 songs that need a male voice. I really want to do YouTube Hero. And who's harassing
Say
me?
it, I spelled his name wrong.
Oh, okay.
Mom said I could take a picture of Callie, but I don't have Callie. Oh, you mean Zayden? I spelled his name wrong. I was walking. So you burst
Fleur
into
Jansen
flames.
started out with opera and ended up in Nightwish. I like to mix the blues up.
Yeah, you can hang it on the cushion every once in a while.
And there's that view.
Flame on and poof.
It's Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze, indeed.
Or wait, no.
Yeah.
Johnny Storm.
Oh.
Johnny Storm, Sue Storm. Johnny Blaze was
Oh, that's right.
the devil.
Right.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
He was one of the Ghost Riders. There's been 4 of them.
Yeah, I don't know how people play something else and sing. I don't get it either.
Yeah. In the comic books, Johnny Blaze
I
stopped
play
doing
the
it.
piano, and I just really
And
couldn't sing very well to it.
I can't remember who replaced Johnny Blaze as Daredevil. I just remember he was Latino, and was instead of a motorcycle, he was driving a Dodge Charger.
Nice. He had a good choice in
Good choice in cars.
cars, yeah.
I can hang it on the cushion. Yes, I know that phrase.
Yep.
My dad was a car racer. My dad in his youth into his late 20s. In fact, he didn't stop racing cars until I was born.
Hi,
and I
Richard.
think he blamed it on me forever. Is that Richard Brown here? Yes.
Unjustly,
Hey,
it wasn't.
Richard.
It was his part.
Well, there could have been Richard, a different Richard.
Oh, it could have been. That's ridiculous. He's the one who made you, so get over yourself.
Who? What?
Your father.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, it's too late for that. He's dead.
Indeed. So, yeah, your cutout actually looks pretty good. Just frame it, and you'll be fine. I peeked at it this morning.
Yeah, but that was one of the funny jokes today. Is Robert from Robert's Train said. First thing he asked me is, "You're gonna neaten that up, aren't you?"
The answer is yes.
Yes, yes, it
Yes,
will
it
be
will.
cleaned up. I probably will go
Oh,
out
Richard,
to.
I knew it was you.
I wasn't watching the screen at the time, so when she
Oh.
said hi, Richard,
Thumb and middle finger developed a problem. That might be because you flipped too many people off, Artie, and you just wore it out. No, that's not fun. I'm humming. Am I humming? I might
Joyce
be.
with the inappropriate.
I hum and don't know I'm humming. It's one of those things.
I didn't know you were humming, and I was next to you.
I might have
Hey,
been.
Joe
I
Rader's
don't
here.
know.
Howdy, Joe.
Maybe I wasn't. Hi, Joe Rader.
Do you want to do
Remember.
the dinner we were supposed to do last night for dinner tonight, or do you want something else?
No, somebody cook.
Was Liz home?
I'm done.
Because I thought I heard.
Yes, Liz is home.
I thought I heard somebody come in
She
well
is-
before you would have come
She
home.
texted me and said she was, and she's sitting on the couch, and she's very tired.
Yeah, yeah.
I told her your wedding stuff to sort out. That sounds kind of fun.
Whose wedding? A child of yours getting married? You getting married? Up. They're gonna try again.
Back again. We can get him out first. You got it. Leslie got it. Put him out.
And the thing is, it's the same one, but they come in under some different URL
Yeah,
or
they
something
do, or
because
something.
it's the same exact thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's either that one or the German language one. Best adults dating site.
I'm full of
Totally
music.
false advertising.
Oh, you're getting married. That's wonderful, Kiwi.
You're getting married. Well, there you go. Yes, then you definitely have some
That's a
marriage
big,
details you need to sort out.
That's a big deal for sure. You have one song, "Have a Whiff on Me" by Mungo Gary.
I can sing I can sing any song. I just sing it poorly. There's actually a couple of songs I cannot sound horrible on, where I just sound meh.
You do all that, like, you know, if you're singing real high pitch, you seem to do better.
Yeah, I sing falsetto really well.
Yeah, that's as weird as that is. It is.
When I was young. Yeah, I can do a good Roger Hodge sing.
Right.
I can do Supertramp. I'm a winner. I'm a loser.
Yeah, Anthony did too. That's good. So, okay, we'll look forward to seeing you. Hopefully, I'll have a little more energy. Yes, it will. Hopefully, you found a good one. You did all right.
What?
I said you did all right.
I did all right.
I did okay too.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed that Nude HD XYZ Best Adult Dating Site, such false advertising.
Dude.
It was all lies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
500-pound Lithuanian grandmother
inviting
nude
all
was
of
not
us, right,
something you
Kiwi
ever
guy?
want to see again.
Oh, you shouted over it. You said, you're inviting all of us, right? That'd be a reason to go to Australia. Going to a wedding.
Give me that helmet.
That helmet. The Hutahaba? That's Hutahaza.
Pickle halba.
Hutahaba. I called it a hat.
When I was on the Russian front, we were happy to have a 500-pound Lithuanian woman. Kept us warm in those Russian winters. And now you're complaining about the nude photos of them on this YouTube? You're also picky nowadays.
I don't want a guy in drag. If that's not your swing, that is so rude. I thought you were a girl.
See, there he goes again.
Doves and birds are busy.
Yeah, say that now, Jean Ricard, because she's going to watch that video later and she's going to know what you meant by it.
Oh, shoot.
You called her out on it, too.
Oh, wow. Maybe we go upstairs and you show it to me. I think order something in, man. I'm done.
All right, order something in.
I don't know why. Use your Grubhub account and find something good. Although Jets text me. It upsets my phone when they do. They're not a contact.
Everybody in my division has an eye patch.
Everybody?
Yeah. Everybody in my division has an eye patch.
Why?
Because I seem to bow every time I meet them.
Ouch. Well, that's good.
Ah, yes, Randall revenge for Super Bowl I.
That
70 years later. 60 years later, revenge for Super Bowl
same
I.
brother-in-law, who's the music teacher, is a huge Chiefs fan. She's sitting opposite.
No, he's a huge Washington football fan.
I'm on the wrong team. That's Kansas City.
Yes, that's Kansas City.
Dang it. Sorry about that, dude.
The Washington, we don't
Why
have
are
a
you
name
rooting
team.
for that? That's right. Why are you rooting for the Chiefs? You're Pennsylvania, aren't you? Conakry. Well, they went that way, so they went and hit themselves on the pickle halbas. You do this, and you chop your hand off. Sorry.
No, you never want to sit on the pickle halba. Except for Fritz. He seemed to like it.
Yeah, I got it, Randall. I'm tired. Go Locomotives. If they had a football team, you'd all be behind them.
Yeah, by the way, the Wi-Fi was acting up again. I forgot to
For
check
yours?
it. We're running at 5 again.
Oh,
See,
you need
she
to
knows.
call 'em.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, now you can root for whoever you want. It's okay. Oh, I get there. eventually.
I know how to make her laugh, and I don't even have to undress.
Oh man, yeah, but Fridays especially, there's no especially. Friday evenings are such a bust nowadays. I mean, now that he's not working, it's probably not a thing anymore. But we would both come home and just.
That's why the live stream was so special. The live stream was so special because
it kept him up.
I would normally, most days of the week, I'd come home and just sit in my chair for an hour and a half. But I would have to come home on Fridays and be alive, and then I'm alive through the rest of the evening.
All right, Richard's doing live streams on Wednesday at 8.
Go Browns! That's 8 his time, which
English
is 3 o'clock our
so
time.
3 o'clock. Well, Anthony can make it.
I can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm free those days.
Yep, you are.
I just need somebody to take over, dare I say, Christopher's Wednesday morning live streams.
Yeah.
Actually, it was Wednesday tea, his time.
Yeah, it was tea time.
Chris's time.
Because it was like 10 o'clock our time.
I mean, I could do it, but...
Oh. Parody of The Purge in one episode.
Yeah, the Browns play tonight again.
Okay. Oh, Liz will go sleep. We should send her to her bed. Has a locomotive as a mascot.
The Purdue Boilermakers
Boilermakers.
sometimes do. They sometimes have a locomotive as their Boilermaker symbol.
Google.
Otherwise, it's the guy. I'm trying to think who else does it. Joyce is cheating. She's on Google. Cheat alert, cheat alert. Yeah, Joyce knows her NFL teams, but yeah, coming home from work, we were talking about our brother-in-law Scott, who was a huge Redskins fan. Of course, the Washington team is no longer called the Redskins. And so every now and then she will mix the two. But she knows her football. Joyce
Yes,
knows
I
her
do.
sports. Any man that's like, women don't know anything about sports.
You were on it. It's Purdue University. The Boilermaker Special.
But I think there's another team, but there it is. Once again, are they just the foreskins now? I don't know, that might get them more fans. Because the way they've played the last few years, they're kind of like eunuchs. See, I thought you were a Redskin after they removed the foreskin. Never mind.
Oh. Has Lenny been in?
What?
Has Lenny been in?
Yeah, they came in a while, early on.
Gotcha. It's not very becoming on me. Oh, he says it's tomorrow night.
There's a Pilko Halba. Oh, the Browns play the Bears tomorrow night. Okay, it's Saturday.
Anthony can't keep his day straight. You're lucky he remembered it today.
Hey, don't be a hatred.
Said the foreskin divers. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, no, we could get a Jets pizza.
Yeah,
Nah, okay, you don't have to.
Jets doesn't sound good right now.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know what sounds good.
Pilko Halba never looks good on anybody. Now, you expect to see it on Kaiser Wilhelm or Kaiser Wilhelm II or the generals, the field marshals, Bismarck during World War I. You expect to see it, but I don't think anybody ever puts on a Pilko Halba and somebody says, damn, that looks good. But you make it look better. You could do Wendy O. Williams. Anybody remember Wendy O. Williams?
Oh.
Anyone? Anyone at all?
Yeah, That's what Americans say though about soccer or football for the rest of the world. It's so slow. He made the Dallas
Randall,
Cowboys.
I love you for that comment. I hate the Cowboys. The only team I hate more than the Cowboys right now is whatever team Tom Brady plays for.
Yeah.
I used to like the Patriots, and then I hated them. All because of Tom Brady.
Yeah. Behave. Doesn't quite look good on you either.
It definitely would not look good on me there.
You lost
But that would be-
way. Oh,
There, look, they said you carried it off.
well.
Now if only you could do a German accent.
Andy did. I can't. Oh my gosh. That was so hard.
It's impossible.
So hard.
It's so hot.
So
hot.
So hot.
Your S should be a Z. S's are
so hot, and
Z's.
the D is a T. So hot.
And TH's should be T's. Mat.
Hot.
And then anything that would be ST, you would put an H in it. Like studieren. I studied math at the Universität.
Yeah. Think of Hagbert's wife for the cartoon.
Yes, I am behaving, just badly.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Hey, you watch the cheerleaders. It's true.
Oh, Joyce already knows I have whether I have my favorite football teams or not, I have my favorite cheerleading squads. Always loved the Raiderettes.
Hagar the Horrible, right.
Love those Raiderettes. Those were always one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
fine. Well, Hagar the Horrible was fun. That was a fun cartoon.
They didn't sit down, they knelt. Which was explained by a Green Beret that's how you do it.
Yeah. The, I forgot.
I have no idea. The Green... We were talking cheerleaders. Is that where you were at?
No. No, I'd moved on from cheerleaders.
Oh, you were doing Hagar the Horrible.
Yeah.
You were talking
That was
Hagar.
fun. But anyway, I'm done.
Hagbart's wife in the cartoon.
Cheerleaders got
That's
fat butts. Some people like fat butts. Camaro Raiders got nice cheerleaders. Terrific.
Hey, there's Don Couples again.
What language
No,
are you
that
doing
was
your
that
thing in,
was
Sean? You doing it in Dutch or you doing it in Dutch is wrong.
No, he's Danish.
He's Danish.
He's
What's
Danish.
that? It's a language.
All right, Leslie, take care. Danish. The
Right.
Danes speak Danish.
Yeah, all right. So is your channel in Danish or English, Sean?
He does a bit of both.
Am I a former cheerleader? I am not a
She
former
was an athlete.
cheerleader. I was an athlete. Cheerleader was for sissies.
Cheerleading was for girly girls. Joyce would beat up girly girls.
I have a lot more respect for them now than when I was in high school, but I played just about any sport they let me.
I had a comment to that, but I'm going quiet now. You have a lot more respect for him now. Because you got to dress him up. Yeah, right, exactly. I knew that would get a slap. She has much more respect for cheerleaders now.
Oh, he does them both? Okay, gotcha. All right, see ya, Alan. Yeah, it's past your bedtime, I'm sure. I'm not staying up that late
What are
tonight.
you saying? What are you saying? The man who goes jetlining, are you saying he can't stay up past 11?
I am not saying he can't stay. I'm just relating it to myself.
He's a Welsh legend. And the
he
Welsh
is a
are
Welsh
tough,
legend.
notoriously tough.
I'm sorry, Alan, if I did you wrong. Maybe it's just dinner time. But if I was
It's the hunger talking.
if I was in the UK, I'd be going to bed. Oh, of course it is. I absolutely admire people in a second language. It's hard.
Hey, Gus, how are you?
Hey, Gus.
Yeah, we are just slowly getting ready to start winding down because we got to do dinner, and
Yeah,
Joyce
it's about
needs
6
dinner.
o'clock. Yeah.
She's going to start getting hangry very soon, and I don't have a Snickers nearby.
Yeah.
But the trains all ran beautifully today. I did have the
Super.
number 102. He was running. I gave him a long loop to run
Okay,
today.
good.
Where is he? He's pushing the Regiobahn, the double deckers.
Nice.
And then I have the old 147 is pulling these guys, which as long as it's pulling and not pushing, they're fine.
Gotcha.
The minute you start pushing them, those stupid ESU cars act up. I hate
Yeah.
them. And something else broke off one of them today.
Ooh.
Oh my God, you touch them and they break. They are the most
Gosh,
fragile
they are
pieces of crap. I will never buy ESU rolling stock again. And I'm replacing them because Märklin is releasing. It's the Nuremberg Express, but it's the same Silberlinge type cars.
Watch it if you were in Denmark. You're gonna get it. All right, Andy. Thanks for coming in.
All right, take care. Yeah, we got to start logging everything down here. Hate to make Gus feel bad, but
Milky Ways are easy to find around here.
well, not in the house.
Has a hazelnut in every bite. Are you talking about you know,
our
the gold
favorites.
wrap things?
Yeah, Hanutas.
Hanuta, no.
Oh, love
no.
Hanutas. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Hanutas.
Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, the Ferrero Rocher is what I was thinking of.
Oh, you were thinking of those.
Hanutas are awfully good too.
I love Hanutas.
Yeah. You could order a case. You could
Okay.
get the chocolate mousse if you'd rather.
If we could find them, yeah. I'd
you
get
found 'em
screw
once.
it. We can get them both.
Yeah, you found them once.
We'll get them both, my dear.
Woohoo!
And then that would be breakfast for every day because I really don't want to eat that much on top of meals.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Lost this weight, not gonna do it.
Yeah, although it doesn't have to be a woman. Anybody who's that flexible is interesting.
Yeah, and Joyce
Squirrel poo?
isn't that?
Oh, that's the end of your joke. Has nuts in it every time.
Has a hazelnut in it. Squirrel poo.
Right. Gotcha.
See, that's a good one.
That is a good one. It's almost
a good one,
That's
Andy.
almost a dad joke.
It is a dad joke.
Okay, it is. That's not nice, Artie, considering you have Anthony on your show.
Sometimes.
Man, you guys beat.
Oh my goodness, they're back.
Oh, they're back, and they
again.
always come in threes. Well, thanks, Sean. March West, happy. Jean Ricard. Okay.
Yeah, but
So
see,
you guys
they
were on it.
deleted hide user and report. Worst thing is these guys probably make more advertising dollars. Boom, boom.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you got more to get
Thank
rid
you.
of.
I'm here all week. Try the video.
Right, for sure. So, oh, that was rude. Yeah, he does. He absolutely does. So, anyway, guys, if you're wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. I got everything shut down.
Yep.
Again, if you haven't seen the latest song video, we returned for our first musical video since December 17th. It's been long overdue. But Joyce did a great job with it. I think it's a fun video. Again, it's all meant in humor.
Of
Needs
course.
to take it serious.
Absolutely.
And then go to Joyce's channel and check out her discussion on the 7 things she found odd about the trip to the UK. Some of you have already seen that
I got
commented.
some good-
It was all in fun.
I got
She's got
some
good
good
feedback and
feedback
some
on
good
it.
explanations of things. But she right now has to go watch a video of genre cards so I can show her where to text and flip them off. So on that note, on behalf of
Joyce.
no, that's not it.
Joy?
No?
The missus?
Oh, I remember her
The MTO missus?
fondly.
Indeed you do.
On behalf of what's her name with the thingy-mabobs,
Yeah.
I'm Anthony Dodge from Model Train Model Train Outsider. The Model Train Outsider saying, Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains, everybody.
Happy
Check you
trains.
later.
Bye.
Take care.